everyone, so welcome in the new video and my hair. But today's video we are going to dive into the purple series. So you see my shirt? It's Egypt. Yes, Farans. I love my hoodie today. It's kind of oversized. I love everything that's like too big for me, like I'm Jesus. But today we are diving into the purple, and of course the theme and the palette for the purple is this beautiful palette of Jeffree Star. I'm in love with this palette. The packaging is, I guess, my favorite palette till now. It's very bougie and I feel like very luxurious holding this motherfucker. So for this look, I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Primer, the mix of 120 and 200 of Fenty foundations because I'm not this tan anymore. For concealers, I will use the C6 and C1 concealer of Jeffree Star. For the powders, my go-to is for baking fair powder of Jeffree Star, and for setting the Fenty Beauty lavender powder. Then for bronzing, a combination between Maybelline City Bronzer and Vivo Bronzer. Then for blush, I'm going to use Peach Bliss from Revolution, which is my favorite blush. For highlighter, I'm going to use Ofra X Nikki Cloud 9. For brows, I'm going to use the lovely brow pencil and Gimme Brow gel in 03 from Benefit. Later on we are diving into the eyes, and after the eyes we are going to dive into mascara. The Benefit Roller and Bad Girl are my go-tos. And after mascara we are diving into the lips, which are purple. And then setting it with this and Miss from Morphe Pride collection. So let's dive into the eyes, shall we? So my base is done and it looks really snatched. My foundation is a bit dark, maybe a bit too dark, but I could work with it. So we are diving into the palette. First of all, before I dive into the palette, I'm going to prime with my concealer C1. So then we are going to set it, but I'm usually setting with in the color of the palette, and I'm going to set it with Your Majesty, which is this white one. And I used this before for setting, and I'm just noting that it's kind of purpley white, so it's not my perfect setting shade at all. Like, I love Virgin of Jawbreak, that's a perfect setting shade, but this one is a little bit purpley, kind of a grayish undertone, purple, and it's, you can kind of see it too. And of course we are diving into the purple fantasy today, so gotta make a purple look. I'm grabbing my GS5 brush and dip into, I guess first of all we are dipping into Vivid Mood, which is this purple, and put it in our transition shade. Okay, the transition shade is done, so beautiful, right? Then we are going into the High King, which is this shade here, and we are putting the High King in the crease. The same brush, of course. Okay, so we have this High King shade already on our lids. Right now we are blending them into each other with the same brush, and grabbing my Vivid Mood, so the transition shade, and blend. So the crease is done, and right now we are grabbing a GS6 brush, which is this kind of brush, and we are going to deepen up the crease using Blood Queen. This is a very purpley shade, like I love it. And we are blending a little bit the edges of it with High King, so it's blended beautifully. Like this. And right now we can cut the crease, and using, as always, I'm using my concealer in C1 from Magic Star and my brush GS11. My crease is cut, and I went a little bit above the cut to intensify the lid. And right now we are going into two colors, I guess. First of all, I want to go into Betrayal, which is this shimmery color over here, and then I'm going to take the Crown, which is my favorite shimmer of the palette. For the shimmers, I will use the GS10 brush. This is a flat packer brush. So I put this halfway my eye, and right now I'm going to take the Crown. Of course I'm gonna take the Crown. Like, they blended in each other so beautifully. I'm impressed, and I love this color, Come Black. I'm feeling this color story very much. So right now I'm going to cut the crease here too, and be right back for the last steps for the eyes. So this is my eye, of course. Right now we are going to the lower lash line. For the lower lash line, we are using two colors. We are using Blood Queen on the outer side, and on the inner side, Hiking. So this is for the eyes. Right now we are going to grab a small blender brush, and I always grab my GS12 and going into Deviant, which is this shade here. Beautiful, soft lilac, and we are going to blend it out. To be a little more extra and use some of the colors over here, we are grabbing our GS7 brush and a dip into Pink Magic, which is this new formula shade, and pack this and kind of go with the line of the crease to give this a bit glittery pop. So that's for this. Right now we're going to grab the inner corner brush and grab Wet Jewel for the inner corner, which is my favorite shade from the whole palette. Wet Jewel is amazing. This is so intense, and I guess this is one of my favorite inner corner shades of all time. Intense inner corner, and this is an intense inner corner. And then we are grabbing AliExpress angled brush, because this one is much thicker. It's easier for brow bone, and I'm going to use Beauty Sleep for the brow. I'm also grabbing my highlighter brush and dipping into Wet Jewel and kind of intensify this highlighter a little bit more. I love some Wet Jewel on my highlighter. It's kind of like Supreme Frost with pink pearls. Like, I love it, but a little bit, of course. And we are done with the eyes, so I'm going to hop on to mascara real quick, and then we are going for the lips. So my lashes are done, and today we are diving into the Equality palette. Of course, like my series, we are using the Equality palette, and I already grabbed I'm a Royalty, and we are putting this on the lips. I never put it on my lips. I use it for art, but not on my lips, so we'll see about this. So that took forever with lips, and I never do my lips that long, like, So this is it for the video. I hope you liked it, and this is kind of the finished look. You will see it on Instagram, of course, very soon. After the whole series is done, I will post every single look on Instagram. So I'm going to make some photos then for my for other lip color. I'm like, bitch, I'm not going out with this lip. Although it's kind of okay, but you know what I mean. So see you in the next one. Bye, friends.